Hey, what's up, everybody? So, let me just adjust the camera real quick. I got like too low here. Okay, so right here we have the Asus Zenfone 3 Max. So this device, probably one of my favorites. And I know it's not beefed in all the the spec department or anything like that. The experience is mediocre, but it has a few features in it that I'm always attracted to the phones with the quirky methods. Okay, so this device actually doubles up as a power bank. You can do reverse charging with this phone, so that's always something really nice to have, kind of carry around with you. Some of us, we don't necessarily always carry a power bank. I mean, I do. I like to have power banks with me, but this power bank is a phone. So, if you absolutely need to use the phone, use the phone. If you wanted to charge up your daily driver phone, reverse charge. You have the option here to do so. It does come with an OTG dongle, so you can connect even a wire that has a USB Type-C and be able to use this as a power bank to charge the other phone if need be. It's got a 4100 milliamp hour battery, so it's really nice size battery in this device. So why am I making a video about this? Well, it's not to tell you guys about the specs or the really cool features it has. It's pretty much to tell you guys that this device has been updated to 7.0 Nougat. So I just had it first boot up, so let me just put in my pin because it's always required on the first boot. And a couple of things that I wanted to show you guys is basically the fingerprint reader got a little faster. It's not quick like my Honor 8, okay? So, but it is gotten a little bit faster. So, anyways, we'll swipe up. And as you guys can see, I'm using the Launcher 3, which is based off the Pixel Launcher. And so, with that, basically, you get that that frosted glass little finish at the bottom here with your docked icons. Can barely see that in the dark. So let's kind of just bring up the brightness just a little bit. And there it is. You guys can see it right there. So has the Google Now card slide out right there. You get your weathered stuff right there. So I like using that launcher than the stock launcher. I'm sorry, but Asus's launcher is just not pretty at all whatsoever. So to show you guys that it does have 7.0 Nougat, I'm going to go down to the About device. You guys can already see that it has 7.0 Android Nougat. So really nice to have, and I am currently playing that cat collecting game where you just pretty much like load well, yeah, you guys, if you don't know what it is, basically there it is right there. So I still have a treat waiting, and I just emptied the dish. Stupid me. So let's put a fish there. Okay. I don't think I've caught any cats yet. Let me just kind of open it. Oh, I did. Mr. Whiskey. One cat caught on here. So the notification shade is pretty much the same if you had it stock, basically. So not too much has changed. You can still apply themes and whatnot from the Asus theme store. Camera pretty much still the same. Pretty slow and very mediocre. Okay. So, I mean, you guys saw the delay in taking that photo. So if I was to go ahead and take off the flash, and let's just shoot a picture. Let's shoot a picture of Krang. Let's put Krang right there in the shot. Okay. And focus on my glasses. Why? I don't know. So let's make sure it focuses on Krang. Not the best photos, whatsoever. So this is just one of those devices that you're really not gonna want to rely on for camera wise. But I mean, if you're gonna use it for like basic things, like say, just taking photos just to have the moment, but not looking for anything that's like high res, high definition, or anything like that, then the cameras will do just fine. And I think I smudged the camera there, so let's kind of go back in and see if we get some different results here. Nope, pretty much looks the same. Let's focus on Krang, and boom. Okay, so if I launch the photo, and there's Krang. So not the greatest in color reproduction or anything like that. It's not the best. You do get some modes, however. So you get auto, you get HDR Pro, beautification, super resolution, low light, and let me tell you guys right now, while you might think low light is the greatest, low light sucks. I'll tell you guys that right now. Here, let me just pop it on for you guys so you guys can see. So let's do low light, and then there it goes. It drops down to 2 megapixels for the low light shot. And my camera is actually correcting the image of what I see on the display. If you were to see the display raw dog, there's so much noise. It literally looks like snow is like falling. Okay, so let's just snap that photo. And there's the photo. And again, you know, this camera is actually correcting a lot of the imperfections of the photo. Kind of funny. Well, let's flip the camera around. You guys want to see what the selfie camera looks like? It's absolutely atrocious. So there I am. Well, I won't say atrocious. Not so bad at all whatsoever. Let's go ahead and pop it down to low light. So there's low light right there, and again, there is a lot of noise in this shot. But I mean, like I said, you know, you're not gonna get super high-res photos, but you're gonna get decent, okay photos. If you're just a person that wants to take photos for moments, not photos because you're, you know, wanting to become a professional photographer. Yeah, okay. I'm not trying to insult anyone out there, but yes. I see a lot of people that go on Instagram, stuff like that, who think that they're like a hell of a photographer and whatnot. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. Let me get the hater rate out of my blood. So anyways, yeah, so the cameras are like fairly decent, but there's not really much that's changed with them whatsoever. I mean, I think now you have like time lapse. You can do time lapse with the front facing camera, and as you guys can see, this is where it gets really, really bad. Not even my camera that I'm shooting with can fix this issue. You guys see how dark I am? Even with the lighting, just how dark I am. Okay? Absolutely crazy. But you can do front camera time lapse. So, I mean, if you are outdoors, which honestly, why would you do time lapse videos indoor? Better to get some shots outside. Let's put the camera around. It's still in low light mode. And yeah, you have time lapse over here too as well. And as you guys can see, the video camera or video recording is where it really lacks indoor. Okay, outdoor, no problem. Indoor, yeah, you're gonna get it really bad like that. So it's actually quite zippy now. I can compare it to when it was on Marshmallow. And the battery life seems to be decent for what it is. It's fairly okay. It's not anything spectacular. But compared to what you were getting before, like before I was getting about a day and a half, this phone I could get about 2.5 days now on battery life with the Nougat update. So that's something that I'm very impressed about. So again, you know, the Zenfone 3 Max is a mid-range device. It's not a flagship, so don't put it in that light of thinking like, you know, that you are going to compare this to a flagship. By no means is this to be compared to a flagship, okay? This is to be what it is, a mid-ranger, okay? This is to go up against things like the Huawei Senza, you know, or even like the LG X Power, I think is this phone's competitor, because both are basically testing out battery to the next level of getting days and days upon on a single charge. So I do know that the Asus Zenfone 4 Max just released. I think it was like in China or in India, one of the two places. So the next generation of this device has already been released. Hasn't been released here in the US yet, and I do plan on actually grabbing one. But I gotta say, with this one, I am like really amazed on how well Nougat has fixed some of the negatives that I didn't like about the phone. I think they did a tremendous job, and I wasn't actually expecting this phone to get 7.0 Nougat. You know, so when you have a device that gets an Android system update, it's a little shocker and a little cool at the same time, because it's like, hey, you know, you got a system update, awesome. You know, kudos on that. Kudos Asus for doing that. So other duly notable things, basically, when you do get the system update, is that it's going to take quite a bit to update. Compared to other devices that have updated to 7.0 Nougat that I have, this one by far took the longest, even though it was like a 1,184 megabyte file. It literally took me about half an hour for it to actually install Flash and then optimize. Took me about half an hour, which other devices I had that had the Nougat update basically went as far as about 15 minutes or less. So, I don't know, kind of strange that it did that. But didn't break anything. It had a clean flash. No issues at all whatsoever. The only thing that is missing is that when you had 6.0, you had adaptable storage. 7.0, no adaptable storage. So if you try to format the SD card, it just formats it for portable, does not format it for internal use. So I don't know if that was broken with the system update or they actually took that out with the system update. But really, not a big issue at all whatsoever without having the internal storage adoptable with the SD card. So anyways, guys, that's just kind of my rundown of Nougat. If you guys enjoyed it, you guys let me know. Drop me a like, follow me, and all that good stuff. Anyways, yeah, no flashy introductions, no flashy outros. I'm Tito. I'm signing out. Aloha.